Ramadan strategy. Have you guys heard about this? I gotta tell you, and I'll lead with this, it made me uncomfortable. It made me uncomfortable just when people start talking about religion and cultural convictions. Very easy to say something insensitive. So I'm going to address this up front, realizing the disrespect, and then I want to have a conversation about it because I'm up to learn something. I don't know much about Ramadan, but I do understand religious beliefs and customs. Let me give you guys a great example. I believe the greatest quarterback of all time to be Steve Young. Now, if I'm not going to win that argument, then I'll just pull the ace of spades out and I'll say Joe Montana. But you can do your Tom Brady and your growth hormone Manning boys. You can do whatever you want. You're not going to touch Joe Montana. But I'm even going to go around Joe and I'm going to say Steve Young. Steve Young played quarterback where I went to college, Brigham Young University, BYU. Want to play on Sunday. Simple as that. And it became a very big problem. And the NCAA and some other things changed, but it became a problem schedule-wise for BYU because their players would not play on a Sunday. The NCAA was under no obligation to make sure there were not Sunday games or to work with their schedule in the least. The NCAA will set the schedule, and then you will come and let us know if you want to participate, but it's going to be in that order. And it didn't overly get tested, but even when he got into the pros, Steve Young did not want to play Sundays. Now, I can't remember a Sunday that he pulled out of. I can't remember that. And in fairness, maybe they don't even play football on Sundays, right? I'm going back a little bit in time, but I'm just sharing with you something that I personally experienced and saw, and I know that there's beliefs like this. So Ramadan, which is for the Muslim religion. I don't know a ton about it, but Daniel Cormier just told me something, guys. Daniel Cormier knows these guys very well, right? Islam is his teammate. Khabib is his teammate. Ankalaev comes out with them. They're in the gym. These are his teammates. These are his friends. He's around them all the time. One thing about Ramadan, I'm only going to tell you one thing because it's all I know. But I would like to hear. I'd like to hear more. They don't eat. You don't eat until a certain time in the day. But whatever that time of day is, on fight day, you will be fasting. And there are some athletes where that would kill them. It would never work. I can't relate. I never eat on fight day. I have never had a bite on the day of a wrestling match or of a fight. And it wouldn't matter if I had 5 matches, and it wouldn't matter if it went till 10 p.m. There would be no exception. I would not eat on the day of a competition. But I had other coaches say, my God, where are you going to have the energy? And so I'm just sharing with you, like, it is different for different people, and a lot of it is psychological. But apparently, Belal Muhammad, the night he became the #1 contender, taking on Gilbert Burns, was during Ramadan, and Belal hadn't eaten. He was doing a fast as he had to go into training camp. I don't know what that means. People say a fast. When I hear the word fast, I think you don't eat. Other people say the word fast, and it means you don't eat until the next time that you eat. And you don't eat since the last time that you had something. It doesn't really mean very much. I'm just sharing with you. I don't know. People are throwing out a water fast right now, but then you can have soup. Well, okay, then you're not having a fast. But I'm just sharing with you, I don't know what it means. I don't know how long Ankalaev would go without food. I know while Belal was going through Ramadan and was having a very hard time and was going to compete with Gilbert Burns without eating, I also know earlier in that week, Belal's side tried to get 5 pounds spotted to the weight. So, they don't quite, not everything here. Right, not everything here, this is where the lack of sensitivity comes in. I understand that. But there's words that get thrown out. I don't know what they mean. And I don't know how big of a deal it is to Ankalaev. And they're accusing Alex Pereira of doing this through strategy. That Pereira knew when Ramadan was, and knew that would not be ideal for Ankalaev to train during Ramadan. And they would have to fast, and that would not be ideal for the night of competition. I don't think I believe any of that to be true. I don't think that Alex Pereira thought these things through. Alex Pereira has many options. He's been saying Ankalaev all the time. That was not a draw, not a direction that everybody knew that the organization would go. Just because it's just, what if they switch chairs? What if our biggest star switches chairs with anybody? Is it worth the risk? But Pereira's never flinched. Those articles have been written, those articles have been spoken about, but none of them were direct quotes by Alex Pereira. So I don't know that I buy into the Ramadan strategy as much as it's going to fall during Ramadan. And if it does, and the competition's going to go on, I would like to hear about it. What does that mean? What kind of exceptions are there? I don't know. But if you do, leave me a comment below.